Joseph, are you serious? Come on, hustle!
Coach, I'm dead bored. I need a video that's informative and relevant about McMaster University to keep me entertained.
I know just the guy you need to talk to. Vlad!
What's going on?
We're bored.
Bored? Have you heard about MacTonight with your host Vlad Motorican?
No!
Are you kidding me? It's only the mind-numbing, knee-buckling, spine-tingling show. Not to mention that we have cool people from university talking about cool projects.
MacTonight with your host, Vlad Motorican.
Hi everyone, how are you doing? Hello everyone. I'm your host, Vlad Motorican, and have you seen it? Please tell me that you have. No, I'm not talking about the last address before the South catastrophe. I'm talking about this.
Are you guys serious? Come on, hustle!
Coach, we're dead tired. We need some food to get us energized and excited.
I know just the guy you need to talk to. Adam!
What's going on?
We're hungry.
Hungry? Have you not heard of Mac Farm Stand's local food discount card?
No.
Are you kidding?
If you haven't seen it for some crazy reason, go ahead and watch it. And I'm serious. Honestly, stop this video. They're gonna link it somewhere here. Go ahead, watch it, but come back, okay? And honestly, I don't know how to react. My initial impression was the famous Kevin Hart face. What the? But more and more I watched, funnier it was. So it's kind of a Trump speech in reverse. And here at MacTonight, we're confused. On one hand, it's reached an enormous amount of people, but on the other hand, there's no another hand. It's just one side of the story. So the video was promoting Mac Farm Stand. It's a farmer's market, and they sell healthy alternatives to lapiasis, obesity, and high cholesterol. They're open every Wednesday and Thursday, so visit them while you can. They're running till the end of October. Get some vitamins and some joy during this crazy midterm season. Talking about things that brings you joy. Emojis. Do you use them, guys? I love those. A poop emoji? Oh, God. Have you ever heard about the big news? Mac is going to launch a course to help you to use emojis more efficiently. That's what I'm calling moving forward. That's the 21st century university that I want to be a part of. This news brings me so much joy and pride. You can better articulate your emotions and not only thumbs up. Oh wait, you know what? I just realized? It may help me express my emotions about that Mac Farm video. And the course code might be emoj4em3, the origins of eggplant erotica. Sounds like a sex shop name to me, to be honest. Not that I have experience with that, I'm just saying. You might say, Vlad, it's not true, it's all fake. No, Hamilton speculator wrote about it, and we found it on the back of a sill. If it's in the sill, it must be true. But today's topic is SRA. So they voted to recommend students to vote no on upcoming referendum about VP elections. It's kind of like a caring parent advise you to let adults deal with it. That's how it seems. And the Donald Trump is in the details. Because during the last referendum, 66.4% of all students who voted to elect a VP. To learn more about this debate and more about CRC in general, we invited SRA Science to explore this topic in more details. So let's move to a political MacTonight. So let's figure out who are SRA and what they do. Hi guys. How are you doing? Let's shake hands. How are you doing? Good. Please introduce yourself.
My name is Aquino, and I'm on the SRA Science.
My name is Kobina, and I'm the caucus leader for the SRA Science this year.
That's awesome. So, what is SRA Science? Just tell us.
What the SRA basically is, it's the Student Representative Assembly. Okay. And so we are there to be the governing body of the MSU, the McMaster Student Union, and we basically vote and we decide on big things like policies, MSU services, and we keep the students' like interest in mind, and we vote basically for them.
Okay.
Right?
So do students elect you? Because like you can tell, I am like super involved and informed.
Yeah, so the students do elect us. In March, we have SRA elections. There's 35 seats in total, and representatives from every faculty, as well as the board of directors, so the president and the vice presidents. And students elect 6 science students for the SRA.
And so you all get together kind of working on what? Like, can you get like a grasp? What do you do, guys? Because like we all can tell like politics, but what do you do?
So what we do is we all run on platforms. As a caucus, we decide on what platforms we want to work together as a team and which ones we want to work individually. So this year, our 4 themes are academics, diversity and representation and governance, outreach to students, and working with the MSS, the McMaster Science Society.
So, for example, let's take the last one. If you're working with MSS, what do you do with them? Like, do you help them? Do you promote events? What's the goal?
We help the MSS run events, we promote them, they also promote our events, and together we make connections so that we can inform the students what's happening. Because a lot of what we vote on are for all of McMaster as well. We are like 6, we're just 2 of us here, but the SRA Science is 6 of us, and we vote on things for all of McMaster, which like the entire SRA is 35 of us, right? So we're 6 of the 35. And so basically, whenever we vote on things, we try to promote what we just did. We're like, oh.
So what's the topic of like let's say for next 3 weeks? What's the topic that you guys gonna discuss in a general assembly with like 35 people?
Okay, so for example, I'll tell you what we talked about for the last meeting. We talked about making VPs at large, and we were talking about the MSU taking a stance on that. So. What happens right now is that the SRA, the 35 people, we are elected by students, and we vote on the vice presidents of the McMaster Student Union. So these people, the VP Education, the VP Administration, and the VP Finance, are figureheads in the MSU, and they sort of like control a big part of like what student life.
And you elect them, basically.
And we elect them.
Yes.
So the conversation was that it is now going to referendum, which means that the students will be voting. Yeah, like last year, right? So last year what happened was it didn't pass, and right now we're talking about whether the MSU should take a stance on what we should recommend to the students.
So just a bit of context. A couple of students, not a couple hundred of students were really, really passionate about vice presidential elections, and they wanted to have a say. Some of them do agree that it's important, and they think that they should have the right to vote. So they brought up a signature, and it's going to referendum now, and the question is if we want our vice presidential elections at large. So what we were debating about is the stance that SRA should take on that referendum. When the referendum comes out, it's going to have this question of, do you want your vice presidential elections at large this year? And it's going to have a recommendation from the SRA of what we think students should go with the referendum and the direction they should take. And it's just a recommendation. It's not something that they have to go with if they don't feel like they want to follow our recommendation.
And it's also kind of on students, right? You recommended who's the audience? Students. Okay.
So we can now officially say like the MSU or like the SRA recommends that students vote this way for this referendum.
Okay.
So in terms of the vice president referendum, we there was some debate, and at the end result was that we took a negative stance. It was very spicy, super spicy, very hot. But at the end, we took a negative stance in terms of recommending that students should not vote that VPs are at large and should keep it internal.
But like it's kind of, like when you say let's keep it internal, you as an internal body that elect the vice president advising student who's the public not to vote for vice president so you can internally elect your. It's kind of like, it's like you keeping it in a house, like that's what you're trying to do, or like.
So like how it normally works in internal elections is the vice presidents who are interested in the position, because the SRA is elected before the vice presidents are elected. So what happens is they usually meet with each of us individually and have like meetings, probably about like an hour and a half in length, and talk to us about their platform, what they're interested in, and all those types of things to sort of like let us know their vision before we go to the actual SRA meetings. And these are long SRA meetings. So we had 2 I'd say about 10 to 15 hour meetings electing our vice presidents.
Yeah.
So it's a very rigorous process. It's a very selective and rigorous hiring process. We don't just have our coffee dates and that's about it. We spend hours together as a science caucus this year.
Do you get free coffee?
No, we don't.
Okay, sorry, continue.
But as a science caucus this year, we had extensive meetings where we took candidates' platforms and went through them and we're like, this person and this person have the same platform point. Let's cross that off. What does this person have that this person doesn't?
I see. Cool. So let's move to the exciting part. So some insight. We are filming on Thursdays. So yesterday was Wednesday. Presidential debate. Last one. Have you? No? Have you seen it?
Yeah, I watched part of it, but I didn't
It's
get
amazing, right?
Oh, the United States.
Yeah.
Presidential. So we thought because that's the big part of what you do, guys. So let's play a game where you will debate on the very, very spicy topics at McMaster. The rules of the game. We're gonna talk about a very hot topic in McMaster. It's going to be Willy Dog Monopoly. We'll go first. We'll for it. And after, our opponent is going to rebuttal and we'll fight back really bad. So, let's get it started.
Exactly. We are for the Willy Dog Monopoly. I mean, monopolies are great. Wow. Aren't they? If we don't have a monopoly on Willy Dogs, we're gonna have hot dog stands all over campus. Now, we don't want that. That's inaccessible. People can't even move around, there's literally gonna be hot dog stands everywhere. And how are we gonna quality control? There's gonna be bad hot dogs, good hot dogs. How do we know what kind of hot dogs that we're gonna be eating, In order to quality control, for accessibility, and for many other things, I really think we should keep Willy Dog Monopoly. And plus, who doesn't love Willy Dogs? I mean, they're the best hot dogs in North America.
Good. Yes. How about that now? What now? Heh?
Well, personally, I think that Willy Dogs while they're great, there are a lot of other options that students should be exposed to. Different types of hot dogs. There's vegetarian hot dogs. There's all these kinds of hot dogs. There's hamburgers. There's fries. There's so many different things that we can get from other different stands. There's kosher options. There's vegetarian. There's vegan. And Willy Dog just doesn't provide all that. As a McMaster Student Union, we should be catering to if not all students. So the fact that we're not being accessible to all students isn't fair, totally.
You ready?
Yeah.
Are you ready to fight back?
Are you ready?
I'm sport ready. Alright, so first of all, it's wrong. You know what? Because I have the best hot dogs. My hot dogs are the best. That's wrong. And you know what? Because we need hot dog monopoly. You don't, with fries, you're not that full. You need the all Willy Dog because they're the best. They have quality, as we just said. And you were talking about fries and kosher and vegan. No one needs that when you have Willy Dog. That's what we need. We need Willy Dog. Yes, I'm the best. The best Willy Dog. Do you want to fight back?
Students need options. They need options at our school, and it's important that they have options delivered to them. If with a Willy Dog Monopoly, all we would have is a bunch of students with only one option to choose from, and that's not totally fair to them. We should be making things entirely accessible to our students. Students who identify different cultural backgrounds, different racial backgrounds, can get the food that they want and that they need.
Awesome. Cool. The next topic. We're gonna start first. The next topic is going to be Tim Hortons and Starbucks should be free during exam period. Are you against or for it?
I'm for it.
And we're gonna be against. You are going first.
So, during the exam period and the exam season, a lot of students spend excessive amounts of money on coffees, on teas, and it's important that we are able to provide students with what they need to get through their exams. I know I'm personally a student who loves tea, and I need my tea every morning to get me through my 8:30 class. So, especially during exam time, when we have to get up early and write all these exams, coffee should be free for us, and we should get the opportunity to have free coffee so that we can do the best we can on our examinations.
Where's the money's coming from? You want to close Willy Dog and they're paying so much tax money, they're bringing you so much money, you're going to want to close that. Where's the money's coming from? From your pocket? Are you going to pay for it? I'm not going to pay for it. If you will, then I'm for it, but you will not. You know why? Because you're closing poor Willy Dogs. They've done so much for us. And the coffee? Go it's nothing. You should be on your, on banana energy. That's what you should be on, and not those like chemicals. I am in science, I know.
If we're talking about accessibility, it's important that we take priority in what students need the most. I'm pretty sure students would take coffee and tea over Willy Dogs any day, especially during their exams. I think it's important that we take the money that we're using on Willy Dog and put it somewhere where it really needs. Students need coffee, students need their tea, and they need to get through their exams. We all stay up late night at studying, and it would be great if we didn't have to walk to Tim Hortons or Starbucks to get free, to not get free coffee and have to pay for coffee. So I think that they should be free, and we should take the money from Willy Dog and allocate it to this.
You want free coffee and tea for all students? Do you even know what coffee and tea is? It has a drug in it. It's caffeine. You want to give caffeine to all our students? The competitor wants to give students drugs for free. Can you believe that?
Free
no
drugs.
No more comments.
No problem. In jail. The next topic is mandatory extracurriculars. We're gonna be against, and this lovely gentleman is gonna be for.
I'm sorry, buddy. I can't. I don't want to be against this.
Just say, just one for one. Just say for one.
Okay.
And if you hear that you're not for it, then you can just, stay with me. Because we're buddies. Come on, we're buddies. Okay. Okay? So, I'm against it because you should have a free will to choose what you want to do. If I'm not really into soccer, I don't have to go and do it. If I'm not in SRA, I don't have to do it. Who will even do SRA? Oh. Okay, but if you're really into it, you shouldn't be I really want to focus on my studies because you know what? Grad school, that's what matters. Medical school, that what matters. See? You're still with me, I love it. So this is why I'm against it. Yeah, come on. No, don't do it. Don't. No.
Looks like we're finally united on something. Alright, mandatory extracurriculars. Yes, this is so important. I think that every student should have something with this school that they identify with and that they love and should be able to get involved in. Extracurriculars are what, grad schools and medical schools and professional schools look at. Those are things that they include. You gain and you learn so much. I've learned so much from SRA on how to, validate other people, how to level out and take other people's experiences into account. And I just think extracurriculars are what makes this school so much more fun and what makes going to McMaster such a great thing.
Nah, no, I just don't think so. Yeah. You betrayed me. I loved you.
I'm sorry.
I thought that we were friends.
I'm sorry.
That's why I'm not involved in all those extracurriculars, because I always lose friends at the end. That's why. You just go into someone who is stronger and more beautiful and just cooler.
Go on.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. You know what? You know my favorite part of the show, because it's my show, I can finish it right now. So, what do you think about all these topics? You have 20 seconds to actually go to comment and tell it. So please, go ahead, like, subscribe, and do everything. And don't forget to comment what do you think about Willy Dogs. Come here, my friends. We're still friends at the end. Of course. Yeah. See you next week when I'm gonna tell you more about MacTonight. Yes, bye-bye.
Bye.
Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, go! Okay. So how often do you find events though?
There's at least one event a day.
Yeah,
Once
At least one.